number one player in the NFL this season, without a doubt, is Cam Newton.
Oh yeah. Y'all already see what time it is. Come on in, like the video on your way on in. Y'all see what it was. Carolina Panthers all-time leading quarterback. Look, the great Superman himself. I just felt the need to have to show you guys that. Make no mistake about it, you are in the right place. I get excited when I think about what we had in a 9 year span here in Carolina. I get excited when I think about Super Cam just out here. Ah! But look, never duplicated. You can't get another one like that, man. Cam Newton was transcended when it comes to 2011, transforming the game, incorporating some of the Auburn playbook into his rookie season, changing and revolutionizing the game the way we see it today. 6'5", and I say this with all pride. 6'5", about 265. This guy was him. When they say he is him, no, he is him. 32,000 yards for a career, 194 touchdowns. This guy was the guy. You got to look at it. Burst onto the scene, 4,000 yards in his rookie campaign, 21 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. Look, 84 quarterback rating. If you put the numbers up and you see it, you'd be like, oh my God. Also, that 4,000 yards came with him with 706 on the ground rushing. Combined totally for over 35 touchdowns. Unheard of in your rookie campaign. Only person we've seen duplicate numbers like that was C.J. Stroud. Starting off. I'm gonna say it like this. Every year after that, after his rookie campaign, I felt confident that I could walk into the NFC South, in an NFC South that had Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, Jameis at some point, and then they had Freeman at some point in Tampa Bay. But I felt confident every single Sunday, knowing that I had a fighting chance because my quarterback was like that. Kendrick Lamar done told y'all, like that. This guy right here, you watch week in and week out, he was special. I mean, I get goosebumps when I talk about Cam and I talk about what he's done for the culture here in Carolina, what he's done for the community, what he's done on the field and off the field. Through I'd say about a 4 or 5 year span of dominance, this guy, like I said, rookie campaign, we didn't win much games, but he followed that up. We took Luke Kuechly the next year. We took off. Yeah, like I always told people, you got to have a quarterback on offense and a quarterback on defense. Once we established those two things, we were dynamic. And that's what it's all about. Getting to prominence. We had a guy that we could give our offense to every week, and he could go out there, like I said, established with 𝐥𝐤𝐬 his first year. You saw this guy with dual tight end sets, dual running back system, go out and take the NFL by storm. Steve Smith and this guy named 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤 Nene was his top two receivers to go with Greg Olsen and Jeremy Shockey. Wow. And you saw in the first 2 years, dynamic, took off. And then like I said, from the next couple of years, you saw us go into taking over the division 3 years in a row under Cam Newton. 1 year with a 7-8-1, an 11-5, a 12-4 record, like I said, and then we went 15-1 to the Super Bowl year, the following year. So 2015 was the year of prominence for the Carolina Panthers. Like I said, it was the beginning of an era where this guy had taken over, and we knew consistently, as long as we had number one, you had a chance to win. So take a look at his numbers. Like I said, the numbers will be showcased on the screen from a 2011 all the way to 2019, which we don't count that 2019 season because that was the season where he got injured. He only played 2 games after the J.G.O.A.T hit, and then, like I said, it went downhill from there. He ended up signing with New England. He had a good start to the career. He ended up catching COVID, and then, like I said, everything wasn't the same after that. Towards the tail end of his career, you saw that this guy, who I thought was transcended, I still think to this day was transcended, end up having to fight battles that nobody else could fight because of his aura, of his personality, of how much guys gravitated towards him. It was hard for people to understand what you had in this guy. So understand it, and I'm gonna say this on this video right now. This is a legend series. I'm talking about the greatest quarterback in Panthers history. Better than Delhomme, better than 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞. Don't even get me started with Testaverde that year we had that came out at 42 years old. Like I said, I done seen some quarterbacks come and go through these eras. Rodney Peete with the bad thumbs. Don't get me started. This guy's the best quarterback we've ever seen here in Carolina. And he will be the best quarterback until somebody else removes this guy. But 32,000 yards amassed, 194 touchdowns. Like I said, this guy, had he had a better supporting cast around him, you could say we probably would have won the Super Bowl in 2015. I say to this, Ted Ginn, Philly Brown, you see guys like Jericho Crotchery, you see guys like what's the other guy, Devin Funchess, a bunch of 3s and 4s at receiver. You give Cam Newton this offensive line that we got now with these weapons and an 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐫𝐞 type of guy, man, we would have been right back into prominence. But that's for another story, because I know a lot of you guys don't feel that way about Cam, and there's some people probably going to watch this because of his comments that he made recently are going to hate on this video. Understand what the fact is. He's the greatest quarterback in Panthers history. You can't take that. Understand also 6'5", you can't take that. Understand it. Look, 4,000 yards and then about 38 he averaged for the rest of his career, about 38 to 33, in between. And he always gave you a fighting chance to win every week. So I understand where we sit at. This is my guy. I am forever going to be a Cam Newton. How do you say it? A Cam Newton stan. Because the Carolina Panther fans give him so much disrespect because of his social media platform and what he puts out here. This guy right here, if I ever got the chance to sit down one-on-one with him, I would thank him for giving me some of the best years coming up to watch him. It was perfect. So if you guys want to see quarterback play and you want to see it done well and done from the pocket as well as being a dual threat, this guy was it. Like I said, there's a generation of guys that got their swag from Cam Newton. Yes, Vince Young had the reins before him. Michael Vick was before all them, but they got their swag from Cam Newton. A lot of these guys, Josh Allen says it. You look at C.J. Stroud, he went to Cam Newton's camp. You look at a lot of these guys around here, they tightened their game up after Cam Newton. They said, this is the guy, if you can look at what he do, you refine it, you take this is the mold of what we want to do and make it a winning mold. Now, I am encouraged because, like I said, you only get a Cam Newton once in a generation. This is a generational talent. Like I said, he transcended the game as Super Cam. Every time he scored a touchdown, he was the guy. You had guys like LeBron and all those guys around there doing the Superman. So once again, man, it hurt me to my heart to have to see Cam Newton leave here. First of all, being pushed out of the door during an injury, so young, relatively young, and then now at the age of 33, he podcasted. Where most quarterbacks hit their second win around 33, you know. But a lot of people say because of the hits he took, his career was cut short. I beg to differ. Most quarterbacks that was a freakish athlete of his prime should have been given the adequate amount of time to rest, recover, and heal. It's just something that I don't get, and I don't understand how the Carolina Panthers operate when it comes to, you know, business. A guy of his stature that carried us and carried this franchise should have been given at least a season, a full season, to get himself back together and get back to prominence. But that's another conversation for another day. I am just putting out there, you know, like I said, my love for the team, my highlight in this Legend Series, which is Cam Newton, the greatest quarterback in Panthers history. He will have his blue jacket sooner or later. Make sure you come on in, you comment, you like and subscribe. This is the Legend Series, man, featuring your boy, 𝐥𝐤𝐤. So come on back, man. Subscribe to the channel and like the video.